Good afternoon, everyone. Amazing light pillars captured in North Bay, Ontario. Rare Alberta clipper swings across Saskatoon. Climatologists studying weather for over 50 years have never seen anything like this. Yet, the same news article goes on to say that the minus 27 degrees, which is going to warm up to minus 13, but it heralds warmth. Massive amounts of snow in Colorado, so deep that it closed ski resorts. And this California drought, blamed on global warming, suddenly alleviated in a single storm. Boy, did the minions at the IPCC get that wrong. Yet we're supposed to believe this new article about global warming going to shut down ocean currents. Flip-flop, warmer winters. Oh, climate change is now going to cause colder winters. And while you're watching the video, please remember to subscribe to Adapt 2030. Amazing light pillars coming out of North Bay, Ontario. It happens in extremely cold weather when literally all the water in the first couple hundred feet of ground level freezes in the atmosphere. Every molecule of water frozen in the air. It turns into what they call diamond dust, reflecting the lights coming off. They appear as pillars, but it has to be so incredibly cold to do this. Saskatoon, an Alberta clipper came swinging through there where Canadian environmental meteorologists, climatologists studying weather for 50 years said that they'd never seen anything like this. And it is absolutely the coldest morning of the entire winter at minus 34 degrees Celsius. Yet further down in the same article, they write that it was minus 27 later on in the day, which is 17 degrees cooler than normal. And then the following day, it's going to warm up to minus 13 C. But I rolled my head in shock when I saw it's still going to be 3 degrees cooler than normal. Yet this heralds warmer weather. Are you kidding me? You can see this so much right now in your face as the agenda of everything has to be warm. Even if it's record cold, it's warm. And you can just see this media play again and again. They are trying to deflect all the anomalous cold events happening across this planet this year. Massive amounts of snow in Colorado. You need to see it to believe it. 10 feet of snow fell during this storm. There's a whole rundown on Weather Nation of these images, wide out in Crested Butte, Colorado. These guys up there in that chimney roped off. That's snow on both sides of the door. That's how deep the fall of snow was that they cleared out of the way to get into the door. That is what they mean. You must see this to believe it. Interstate 80 reopens after so much snow. This is still how clogged it was, even after the snowplows had gone through approximately 4 times. And then right after they thought they'd had it open and cleared, it snowed a couple more feet and closed it again. So much snow, in fact, dumped that it closed the ski resorts, if you can believe that. Jump over to Google. There's 1.9 million entries on this too much snow closing ski resorts across California, Nevada, Colorado. Looking at 68 inches over the last week, according to the National Weather Service. And that's just in Colorado, and they didn't get the brunt of the storm. Can you imagine what the totals are really in the Sierra Nevadas that are not being measured yet? Because the avalanches and the road closures, and it's just amazing how much snow they got up there. You know, we were told by Al Gore and his whole minion crew at the IPCC that we would never, and our children would never know what snow was. We would never see snow again. And now it's snowing to the uber side of the record. And look how they're trying to flip the narrative now. Oh, we said climate change would cause colder winters. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And the complicit media continues to follow along with these stories of warming within the cold. Case in point, we were told again and again and again that this drought in California was brought on by climate change. Man-made CO2 warming was just intensifying this drought to no end. Simple keyword search of California drought made worse by global warming. Yet when we look off of Zero Hedge here of these stunning before and after pictures of the California drought, over 2 feet of rain fell in this one single storm, alleviating the entire drought in a single event. Before and after images here of the dams, how low they were pre-storm, after. Almaden Dam refilled itself, single storm. And there was so much panic about the drought that was going on at the time. Lake Oroville as well, back to normal water levels, just a few feet below. Canyons raging, dangerous flash floods. And when we look at the climate record, let's go back to, let's say 1,200 years in the past. California through tree ring, data reconstruction, as well as stalactites. Mega drought, 200-year drought. And that was the same drought in AD 890 that took down the Tang Dynasty over in China. And if we come back 1200 again, grand solar minimum, Yuan Dynasty collapsed in China. These are overlapping grand solar minimums. And interestingly, the Maunder minimum in 1600s, it was wet in California. And now we're coming back to 2000 again. The new grand solar minimum mini ice age has commenced. It will intensify from this year forward. So you wonder, is it 2 dry, 1 wet, 2 dry? Or 2 dry, 1 wet, 1 dry? We just don't have enough climate data going back. But you can easily see through this longer climate record that changes in the precipitation amounts available in California, in the river basins, definitely changes and fluctuates naturally. And this entire storm really did refill a majority of the reservoirs, totally contrary to what you were fed in the news for the last 5 years. And now we're told global warming could shut down the ocean currents. And these come from the same people who told us that everything was going to stop in California and that we'd have no more snow. And we're supposed to believe them on a 100-year climate model? Oh my. Unbelievable, truly. Thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of the video. It's getting to the point of lunacy now, where the mainstream media continues to publish this erroneous, unproven conjecture. When we're going into a grand solar minimum, we should be talking about the effects of what's that going to do to our agriculture and absolutely your health as well. As these temperature variants go up and down, and it's 70 Fahrenheit one day and then 40 the next, and then it's back up again. It's like a yo-yo of our temperatures. Your body's immune system is going to have a difficult time keeping up. I encourage you to jump over to gettotea.com. I'm currently using the moringa extract. Excellent stuff. I do feel more energy. It's called the Miracle Tree. And it's been named that for a reason. Lots of antioxidants keeping your body healthy. And also an amazing immune system booster. Olive leaf,